Hello, wonderful people. I hope I hope that you're all doing so well. I hope that you're surviving. I hope that you're thriving. I hope that you're taking care of yourself. And most importantly, I hope that you're having a lovely day / start to your week. Not necessarily start, like we're in the middle now. So I'm hoping that your week is going okay. If not, I'm so sorry. I'm sending you lots of love, lots of hugs, all the things. And just hoping that by the end of this, we would have been able to make some sort of a difference in some way, even if it's small. If you don't know where you are at the moment, you are here. You are present. You have been accounted for at the Doing Life with Love and Magic podcast. I'm your host, Ntwentle, and this is the space whereby I just like to share my life's perspective as I navigate clumsily through my 20s, because the 20s really be the ghetto sometimes, but this space is here to kind of like reflect on that, like just try and find ways of making it better and making it more exciting, and just making sure it's like a valuable time to learn, grow, like learn new perspectives, observe things, and we're not always going to get it right. We're never going to get it right, but it's a time to have fun, explore, and just really delve into the things that lights us on fire, or set our souls on fire. All of that motivational shit that people say. It's a nice space, okay? And hopefully I'm able to offer you some sort of value, whether it's in the form of sharing, like, a new perspective, a new observation, new way of seeing things, new way of experiencing life, or alternatively, even entertainment, because, sometimes, like, it do be funny. Okay, no, that's actually what I was about to say was going to sound wild. I was going to say, sometimes it do be funny to just, hear other people's, like, life stories and all of that. Obviously, let's not laugh at people's misfortunes. Like, that's awful. But, like, sometimes this should be funny, depending on how you see it and how you bounce back from it and all of that. And, yeah. And usually it's, like, funny in past tense. In the moment, it's not really, like, that funny, but... if I can do that for you, then that's amazing. But don't laugh at me, laugh with me, like, please, I'm asking you nicely. Anyway, sorry for that long ramble. I literally just shut down my laptop and was like, I need to go into my vehicle and actually talk about something that makes me feel happy, because I have been staring at my laptop the entire day. I'm feeling exhausted. I'm feeling tired. I feel like I've maxed out my brain capacity. At 4:00, I was checked out. It is now 5:15, and I'm like, I don't even know if I'm coming or I'm going. I feel like my creative juices have been drained, even though, like, I feel like I have not used them that much. It's been a wild day. And it has been a wild day. It literally started wild as well. And I'll tell you how I started my day. So this morning, I was fast asleep at like 5:30, right? And mind you, I went to bed early last night. I went to bed, which is early for me. It might not be early for other people, but like by 10:00, I was fast asleep, which is wild for me, because usually like 10:30, 11, I'm still wide awake trying to fall asleep. No, last night, fast asleep. Actually, the past 2 nights, I've been sleeping relatively early, because I think Monday night, I was fast asleep by like 8:30. So I've been trying to get my sleep back in. It's been a crazy couple of weeks, and I feel like I haven't been sleeping. So anyway, this morning, fast asleep, snoozing, having lovely dreams about Christmas parties and wearing red dresses and all of that. Next thing, I hear my dad like knocking on my door, like being very loud, being like, "Can you move your car? You're blocking me." Mind you, he took up like 2 of the parkings. So we have like undercover parking, then we have like parking on the other side. So he parked both of his cars like underneath the cover. So I don't know what car he wants to take like the next day. Sometimes he's just like, I feel like, I don't know what actually determines which one he takes in the day. So I'll tentatively tentatively like parked behind the one he didn't use during the day. So anyway, 5:30 this morning, he's like, get up and freaking move your car because you're blocking me. Do I not fall? I literally fell out of bed. I don't know how often that happens. And that's shit that you only see in movies, but literally fell out of my bed on the floor, got up, tripped over something. One eye open, went and moved my car, which is not ideal. Don't do that. And if you do it, make sure it's like a short distance and not far away. Because in my mind, my half sleepy mind, I was like, if it goes south, I could literally accidentally crash my car, honestly. So that was a little bit of a situation, but ultimately moved it safely. I was very grumpy, to say the least, because I was being interrupted from my dream that I was having. So yeah, moral of the story there is, don't let how you rolled out of bed and how you got out of bed impact how the rest of your day goes. Because honestly, I did struggle to fall asleep a little bit more after that. Granted, I did have plans on waking up like not too long after that to go to gym. But I think what tends to happen to us sometimes is that, like, if we have a bad morning, we get stuck in traffic, or I don't know, we spill coffee on ourselves on the way into work, whatever, we use that as a determining factor to kind of write off the rest of the day. And like, we just carry this bad mood and this cloud over our head for the rest of the day. Granted, sometimes like things that are more hectic do happen in the morning, and you know, sometimes we got to give ourselves that like lenience to say, hey, okay, cool, this happened. Can I bounce back from it? Yes or no? If no, that's okay. I'm allowed to have a bad day every once in a while, right? But if it's for stupid shit like falling out of bed and like, I don't know, stubbing a toe or something like that, I feel like sometimes we just need to look at it as something funny that happened to us during the day. Like, oh my gosh, of course I rolled out of bed today. It's gonna be one of those days. Like, the character in the movie is falling out of the bed, but you know, it's I don't know. It's what it, like, let's try and kind of move on from it. Like, can we get ourselves a little coffee to be like, I'm sorry that you fell out of bed or whatever? Or can we look ourselves in the mirror and be like, you are a cute and clumsy mother trucker. I love you. Have an amazing day. You look beautiful. Blow yourself some kisses. Carry on. That sort of thing. You know? So, as grumpy as I was for that rude awakening, I do feel like the day went pretty well. I did end up going to gym, granted a little bit later than I thought I would get there, but still finished before 8 o'clock, and then showered and then was working by 8:30, which is my normal regular starting time. So that kind of like still worked out in my favor almost. But literally had a lovely, fabulous workout, sweated a lot, which was nice. And then came back home, had some breakfast after buying some milk and all of that, and went on to have a pretty serious and productive day. Granted, I feel like I was in a little bit of a mood because I was in like action mode. Like, I was like, okay, do this, yes, send off, do this, send off. And like, in some instances, I feel like I didn't like think about doing things twice. You know, sometimes when you're in action mode, you're like, I just want to get things done. I just want to get it done. And sometimes you just need to get it done. But it was just nice to kind of be in that zone for like the first time in a while. I feel like it's because like last week was so up and down, and we were walking, running everywhere, and we were out of office and we were in office, and then yeah. So I feel like between yesterday and today were my heavy productive days where I actually started to like tick things off. And the thing with having a productive day, I feel like I feel sometimes how you started and how you bounce back from certain things does impact on how your productivity goes. Because granted, I feel like if I hadn't, tried to pep myself up while in the gym for the rest of the day, or like, if I carried on sleeping in, I feel like I would have been so grouchy and wouldn't have been able to like fully concentrate on the things that I needed to do. So I feel like having a good start to your day and, doing something that, you like at the beginning of the day, even if it's something small like journaling, or like voice messaging yourself something, or like, I don't know, drawing a cute little picture, I don't know, whatever your vibe is, eating breakfast. I feel like doing something solid that you like, that you enjoy, that you can be intentional and present within like at the beginning of your day really helps set things off on a little bit of a high note and gives you that little bit of like boost of energy to carry on. It's going to kind of carry you through the day. And then like just in terms of, while you're actually working through the day, what I find is sometimes, especially when I'm working from home, I do battle a little bit in terms of keeping that momentum and that motivation. So what I try and do nowadays is I actually like at the top of the hour, I do like to take like a little bit of like a 10-minute, 15-minute like break almost, whether it's to go outside or to like read up on something that I enjoy, or scroll through some TikToks sometimes. Like, it does help to have a little bit of a break, especially when you've got a lot of tasks that you need to accomplish within a short period of time. It does help to kind of like reset your mind and relax you a little bit, because I think what I really struggled to do before, just when I was in varsity and when I first started working, is that when I had tight deadlines, I would literally force myself to sit there and try and get it all done, which is really not good in terms of like, I don't know, just being productive ultimately, because like you're going to reach a point whereby your brain starts to get tired. Like, we're all humans and we get tired. You are not a robot. You can't go like this. Like, sometimes you need to take a little bit of a break. And why I like going outside sometimes, especially when it's like a nice sunny day, is because it just gives me a change of scenery, vitamin D, all of the things. I get to look at the pretty sky. I get to look at the butterflies, if there's butterflies. And I just give myself the opportunity to breathe. And sometimes that's tough to take those like 10 to 15 minute breaks in between, because I low-key get that anxiety that someone is going to like Teams me or message me for something or phone me for something while I'm on that 10 to 15 minute breather. And then it's going to force me to cut my little break short, before I kind of like regather my strength and my energy to go back into it and do whatever it is that I need to do. However, you still owe it to yourself to take a small little break, to breathe, to like, I don't know, get a snack or something, because you're just giving your brain that little bit of time to kind of readjust itself, and then you go back into it, and then you can focus a little bit for a while longer. And I feel like it helps. It really, really does help. And I tend to look forward to those like small breaks in between. It just, I don't know, it makes me feel happy and excited to know like during this period you can do whatever it is that you want. You can go watch TikTok, you can go outside, you can draw a picture, you can write a blog post, I don't know, you can do the things. So that in itself, like, I feel feels amazing. And then the other thing that I really enjoy doing is when you have a lunch break, and I feel like I keep needing to tell myself this as well, literally step far, far away from your laptop and your computer. Because why? Again, you need to think. And you need to make some time to actually be present with your food and eat and absorb and digest and enjoy the flavors and chat with the friends and. I feel like it makes such a huge difference. Because, like, And I used to be so guilty of this. I used to eat at my desk, and it just felt like I wasn't giving myself the opportunity to switch off, like during the day. Like, there's literally a portion of your day that you don't get paid for. Why would you use it to spend time in front of your computer? It just doesn't make sense. So, kids, go and sit outside and eat your lunch, or go and sit somewhere else and eat your lunch, like far away, just to give yourself a break. Because, like, even though some of these things seem so small, like when you think about them, and when you when you just think about them in general, like, mental health is such an important thing, especially within the workplace. And also, I feel like for when you are studying, it is very, very important. And I honestly wish somebody told me this, but you literally drive yourself mad and get yourself so worked up into a state when you don't, like, prioritize taking those little mental breaks, especially to do things that bring you a little bit of joy within the day. And especially if your days are like that on a continuous basis, where you are literally constantly sitting at your desk, like looking at a computer or something like that, especially if you're not like out and about all the time. It's just so important for your mental well-being to do it. It's just to prioritize time away from your desk and from your work. Because, I mean, as much as work puts food on the table and allows you to, afford the things that you need to afford, and your mental well-being is also so freaking important. It is so, so important. Like, it is probably one of your biggest assets that you can work on and that you can prioritize. And how do you expect yourself to get your tasks done if you don't make time for yourself to rest, even if it's like a small amount? Like, personally, I just find that I'm a little bit more productive when I do prioritize those moments of like mental, like, clarity and breathing and all of that. Even today, I feel like I was working so much that I actually need to sit down and have like a 5 to 10 minute meditation sesh. I can't tell you when's the last time I meditated, but I just feel like my brain is on fire and I just need to like breathe in, breathe out for a couple of minutes, like turn off my cell phone, leave it to the side, and like not absorb content almost. Like, even though I did mention that in those breaks that you do have in between your work, fine, if you want you can watch TikTok videos if that's what brings you joy during the day, but I feel like we must also make at least some time for ourselves to actually sit down and like be with our thoughts. We're so flooded with so much information all of the time. It's like information from friends, family, like work, and then you watching content. And when do you actually ever make time to hear yourself and to hear your thoughts? Hence why I really enjoy the prospect of, in the morning, do something to get you in touch with yourself and with your thoughts, whether it's journaling, whether it's gym, whether it's sending yourself a voice note, whatever it is. And also, I feel like after you come home from work or in the afternoon when you're about to close out your day, it's so important to kind of just like, I guess, close the loop on that, even if it's like a 5-10 minute routine, whether it's like you like literally putting on your skincare and you've got a jade roller and you're closing your eyes and you jade rolling your face to death for 5 minutes, so be it. It's just so important to prioritize that time with yourself, with your mind, with your thoughts, to, I guess, cultivate like your opinions and check in with yourself and how you feel. Because the less we check in with ourselves and the more we spend time absorbing information and, I guess, I don't know, prioritizing information from external sources, we lose touch with ourselves. And that's when like things like random outbursts happen to the people around you and you're like, shit, like, where did that come from? Meanwhile, it's been building up this whole time. You just haven't taken the time out to really prioritize checking in with yourself and communicating with yourself and being like, why do you feel that way? And where did this come from? And you may not always have the answers for why you get certain reactions and you feel certain emotions, but at least you can recognize when you are feeling triggered in specific moments that, hey, this is happening. Also very important to recognize that while you are working or studying or whatever it is that you're doing, to recognize when you're feeling like feelings of like, I'm feeling anxious right now, I'm feeling scared, or I'm nervous about this project, or I'm whatever it is. It's important to recognize those feelings in those moments, and I guess just take some time out to like, if you have the time, of course. Like, I know sometimes with deadlines and all of that, it can be quite hectic, but it's important in those moments in time to recognize that, or make it a point to take notes that, hey, when I was working on this, like, this emotion came up. I may not have time to address it right now because I'm in the middle of something, but when I get home later on, or when I close my laptop later on, I am going to sit down and meditate on why I feel that particular way and what was happening around me for me to feel that particular way, you know? So, yeah, I kind of guess like today's episode is all about like productivity, mental well-being, especially like while working and all of that stuff. And what else can I say in terms of having like a productive day? I feel like it's also really nice to get something delicious and healthy and crunchy. Do you know how shitty I feel these days? Because I shouldn't be laughing, but yeah, my dad has not been doing the best job with the groceries these days. And I'm sorry to anyone it may offend. But like, as of right now, I've been given my specific portion of the groceries that I handle, which is like the house appliances and whatever. Which, cool. That was what was agreed upon. So I don't like to step into territories that haven't been like, I guess, handed over to me in a sense. Like, it's different if he was like, hey, I'd like you to handle the food portion of it and I'll handle this portion of it. Then I'll be like, okay, cool. Like, no nice food snacks in the fridge. That's on me, whatever. Anyway, so the groceries haven't been grocerying in a sense, and with budget being very tight these days, I'm kind of just like, you know what, I'll take what I can get. But I feel like I have been eating so terribly that I think it's contributing to my brain being fuzzy half the time. Like, I went through like a time whereby I was like matcha, like fruits and vegetables, like all of that stuff, and it made me feel happy. It made me feel clean on the inside. It made me feel like I'm on it, I'm healthier, whatever. But now I'm just feeling so sluggish because I feel like I'm eating freaking carbs all the time. Like, I had cheese today. I'm lactose intolerant. Granted, this has not been officially diagnosed, but I'm telling you now, I'm lactose intolerant. On top of it, I had normal milk, and I usually have like oat milk and whatever. So I feel like that hasn't really helped me feel my best, and therefore I haven't fully maximized my productivity, if that even makes sense. Yes, where I can, I do try and pick a healthier option, but sometimes, like, literally I feel limited by what's in the fridge and what I can afford, which is not much right now. It's almost the end of the month. A girl is broke. I will take a freaking cheese sandwich and tomato if it means that I eat and I get to feed my body. But that's just for me. You do whatever it is or you eat whatever it is that makes you feel good, but just make sure it's like of the healthy variation, so that, you know, your mind can be sharp, baby. Your brain can be sharp. And on top of it, like, I also miss drinking green tea. I feel like that's maybe what's missing. I haven't been having green tea for like the longest time. I need to get back on that. That thing is not that expensive. I'm pretty sure I can find a cheap green tea somewhere out there. But yeah, things like that. And find your healthy habits. Do the things that make you happy and make you feel healthy. Like, let's be healthy and like happy for the rest of the year. We're going into November now. December's around the corner. Like, let's make it a goodie. Let's prioritize our mental well-being and actually like wind down in the healthiest, most effective way possible. So just to recap, start your day off nicely and don't get put off by any external factors that may be happening that might put a damp on your day. Number 2, take regular breaks in between, 10 to 15 minute small breaks in between all of your work to do something that you love, go outside, or just to switch off a little bit from doing your work. Number 3, eat healthily, all of that. Number 4, check in with yourself in the morning and in the afternoon to kind of just switch off and just don't bombard yourself with additional content. This is a note for me because I'm a content guzzler and I don't take time out to woosah, breathe, formulate my own opinions on shit. And then what was the next? Yeah, fuel your body healthily in a nice way to make yourself feel more effective and strong. And at the end of the day, guys, just move your body and take care of yourself. Do something like in the afternoon or in the evenings when you come back home. Just do something to bring you back to center so that you can start all over again and do it again the next day. I think it's just so important to have, like, especially if you've had a stressful day, to kind of get those activities in there that help anchor you back into place and help stabilize you. Like I've been saying, whether it's journaling, lighting a candle, and doing your skincare, whatever it is that makes you feel like you're you again and you're not work you or like freaking I don't know the you that everyone else expects. And granted, this is not always easy because I do recognize that there are people out there that literally have like whole children, and maybe my perspective on this will change when I myself become a mother to a pet or children, who knows. And it's not always going to be easy, but I feel like we need to make time for the things that are important to us and things that make us feel alive, because otherwise, what is the point of living? And granted, it's not always going to happen because, like I've been saying, people have responsibilities elsewhere. But it's like, bro, what do people that are like married and have children do? Like, that is my question. Because I watch my mom sometimes. I'm like, girl, when do you make time for yourself? You literally sit there the whole day and you're typing on your computer. Then you cook. When do you... She does in the evening. She likes to read her magazines. Okay, I've answered my own question about my mom, though. For other people, I'm not 200% sure. But literally, every single day, I feel like you must do something small just for yourself to remind yourself that you love yourself and to be the you that you need for yourself and not for everybody else. So, yeah, that's kind of like the message that I was channeling today. I hope it made sense. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope that it provided you with some sort of guidance, some sort of insight, some sort of value. Like, it was really fun to make it. I didn't really think I'd be getting this deep today, but here we are with my one brain cell. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I really, really do appreciate you. If you want to check out like my blog and my Instagram and all of my socials, that is in the description. Go and check that out. What I am trying to do, because I will be honest with you, I am a broke girl trying to get my shit together, is in my descriptions I will also be including some Amazon links from time to time. And if there's any product in there that fascinates you or you think is cool, please go and check it out. Support a girl. Like it comes to me. I earn commission over it, like off of it or whatever. But no pressure as well. I understand times are tough. I'm just putting it out there if you can. But yeah, also on Amazon, I do have it's not 30 days, it's 28 days self-care workbook if you want to check that out, if that's what you're into. Again, no pressure at all. I'm just shamelessly promoting all of my shit. But yeah, what else is there? I think that's it for now. Yeah. Oh, before I leave, I need to tell you, don't forget everything that you do, whether it's taking a small stroll in the passageways during your lunch break, do it with love and a sprinkling of of the magics, of the sprinkles, of the manifestations, of the law of the law of attractions, all of the things. If I don't speak to you tomorrow, I will speak to you the next day, my friend. Take care of yourself. You are a special individual, an amazing human being, and it's been a pleasure to share some space with you. You are amazing. Kisses, kisses, and kisses. Wishing you nothing but prosperity and success. Phew, we will catch up later. Okay, bye.